Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I haven't uploaded since Christmas and this is towards the end of February, so it's in order to say Happy New Year. This vlog documents where I've been and why I haven't been online. As you can see on my face, well on my lip particularly, I developed a black dot that I spotted after a dental appointment, looking at my teeth. I saw it on my upper lip, didn't make anything of it, and then it just started to grow, and this was in November, and just each week it just grew bigger and bigger, and as you can see, started showing through my makeup. So that's no good. If a spot appears on you, or a pre-existing spot that is on you starts to grow, change shape, it's something you want to basically take a good look at. So I speak to the GP and they see the image of a before and after, and they're not happy with how fast it's grown, and I'm booked to see someone at the hospital. So now I'm looking online, I'm becoming very uncomfortable inside of myself, and I'm seeing bits of information and words that I do not want to associate myself with, or associate in a sentence with myself. I'm clicking on images and I'm seeing my lip could very easily slot into one of these images as well, but the problem is I'm seeing words again that I do not want to associate with myself in any way. So eventually, after seeing a couple of consultants, a surgeon finally has a look and says it's grown again, even further, and it's just consistent with its growth, and so we have to have an emergency biopsy basically. Now, if you've not subscribed to the channel, don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Click on the little notification bell so you never miss an upload. And I'll move right along with what we are going on about right now. So this is what it looks like at this point, and this clip right here, this emergency biopsy to discover if it's benign or malignant, is scheduled for the 31st of December. So while everyone was getting ready to celebrate the new year that night, I was in hospital waiting to have my lip cut up and a sample taken, so they can establish what's going on. And yes, it was an emergency biopsy because of how fast it was growing. So obviously I'm sat around and I'm waiting for, my turn to basically be taken into surgery.
And then you'll come straight back here for home.
Okay, that's great.
The waiting will be the longest bit.
Okay.
Hopefully they'll be quick today.
Okay.
It's not a lengthy process.
So the pre-surgery nurse has attended, and I've had to change into these non-slip socks. I'll be walking down to the theatre in those, and I'm completely dressed and ready, just wearing this hospital robe. And here I am. They do not allow earrings in surgery. For those of you who had surgery, you'll know. And no rings at all. So jewelry is not allowed. Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
Oh. My name is Michael, one of the surgeons.
Hi.
How are we today?
Very well, thank you.
Good, so may I confirm your full name, please? And you know what we're doing today?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Biopsy, a small cut to take her some tissue.
Yes, where from?
My lip, upper lip.
Yes. I've read the notes and know what exactly what the problem is.
I know.
Just need to confirm that you're expecting exactly what we've written down.
Yeah.
Are you medically fit and well?
Am I what?
Medically fit and well? Any medical
Yes, I
problems?
am. Fine.
Any regular medications?
I know. Having some.
Any allergies?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Do you smoke? Correct.
Never before.
Perfect. Who is it painful?
No, nothing.
Was it the dentist who picked it up?
No, I did.
You did,
It was
okay.
I went to the dentist, so I have thorough mouth cleaning procedures that I have to go through, so I can see my lips quite clearly all the time. I'm always in there, morning and night. So suddenly I saw a black dot on the lip.
Is it still there?
This is the size now. So I started taking pictures, and then it just grew.
Oh, it's on the outer part.
Yeah, right there.
We're talking about this bit here,
Yes.
on the outside. Very inside.
And that wasn't the size.
Lift your tongue, please. And just move your tongue to the left. And the other side. Perfect. Then relax your tongue and say ah.
Ah.
Perfect. Okay. The planners will take a sample of that.
Yeah.
With a local anesthetic, as you rightly said. They will send it off and then we'll see you back in the clinic with the results.
Okay.
Pain, bleeding, swelling, infection are all risks of any invasive surgery, including the small biopsy.
Yeah.
You will have cell-dissolving stitches on the lip.
Okay.
They're just going to fall out in several weeks.
Oh.
Weeks. We say several weeks. They can sometimes fall out a bit sooner.
Okay.
The lip will be a bit sore, especially when you eat. Just so avoid things that would irritate the lip, especially acidic food, spicy food, sharp food.
Of course.
And it should really heal nicely. We're going to take just a small sample, not the whole thing out.
Okay.
If that turns out to be nothing, then it's unlikely that you need to have anything else done after that.
Okay.
If it turns out to be something different than benign, then you may have another operation.
Okay.
Thank you very much. We are doing incision biopsy, pigmented lesion, right upper lip. We'll see you shortly.
Thank you.
Have you had anything to eat?
It was too early. I ate very well last night, so I'm fine to go the rest of the day. I'm good.
It's local anesthetic, so if you are hungry, you can eat and drink whatever you want.
Okay.
The nurses have got a few coffee, tea, and cookies.
Thank you.
Please have them if you want to.
Thank you very much. So I've had my pre-consultation with the surgeon that's going to operate on me, and then it's a bit of a wait. There are other ladies ahead of me, and it's just sit, wait, sit, wait, and wonder. So yeah, all is ready to go, and once and for all, I don't need to worry about what is it not. I really don't like feeling that way. If something bothers me, it's best to just sort it out and find out what's going on once and for all. So I head off to surgery, and it's a full team. It's a local anesthetic in the mouth. And so I'm seeing the surgeons, and they're having a chat about the new year and so on. It's interesting. But yeah, a couple of surgeons work on me with full staff, and this is exactly how I've come out, as though I've had some lip filler, more in one side than the rest anyway. It looks painful, but it isn't at the moment. It just feels numb and as though something is on my face. I have signed the discharge papers and need to sit around for my blood pressure to be checked again before I leave. And this is what I looked like on the night I came back. On the outside it's a bit bloody, on the inside because my mouth is moist, the stitches are clean. But then I start taking pictures daily to document the healing process and just to be sure that everything is healing up nicely. So obviously if there's going to be a change, I'd be able to tell from previous photos if things are not healing the way they should, or it's reversing and opening up and pussing or anything of the sort. That didn't happen, but what did happen is when the swelling and the numbness went down, I would forget that I had stitches and stretch my mouth to eat, or at nighttime I would bite on the lip, and so things like that would cause it to bleed. So it became a balancing act. But by day 15, the first couple of stitches came out, and by nighttime the last stitch fell off altogether. Now this was perfect because I was traveling on the 29th of January, and so I didn't want to travel with stitches on my lip. So I'm successfully situated at my window seat, boarded for Lagos, Nigeria, to visit my sister to attend a funeral for the passing away of her husband, my brother-in-law. If you are a member of my creative channel, you'll remember that I uploaded a video stating that he had been diagnosed with stage 4 colorectal carcinoma. So I'm looking out the window as we've taken off, and I'm just thinking about him, thinking about the struggle, everything that happened. This would be the first time I have been, close to a family member who has suffered this kind of illness. So it's an eye-opener, and it was quite a journey. I want to especially thank all of the members of the channel, who watched, supported, sent messages, well wishes, and so on. It was very kind of you. And he did live out another year and was, successfully responding to treatment. But towards the end, obviously, he succumbed to the disease and is no longer with us. So yes, I'm just looking out the window and just thinking about the fact that he's gone to a better place. So I finished my in-flight meal, and this is one of the things I love to do, and this is why I choose the window seat. I bring out my camera, I zoom into anything that's of interest, and I find it really intriguing to be able to see the world from this perspective. These hills are massive. And then I see these sand peaks, and I try to zoom in as close as possible. And yeah, sometimes it works. I can get a good view, and sometimes it gets blurry. But this time I was able to get as close as I can. And I start to wonder just how vast a space these mountains cover. You can see the edges. I try to zoom in. I start to see on occasion little clusters of civilization, and sometimes you'll see a winding road. And I mean, we're really, really high up. I just think it's quite intriguing to see this stuff, and these are one of the reasons I just don't fall asleep. I'm waiting for the moment when we fly over, areas like this. And then every now and again, I start thinking about the fact that I've had the biopsy, and I'm just wondering when I'll hear back. The doctor said to me that if there is anything wrong, I will be contacted immediately inside of the 2 weeks. Otherwise, a letter would be sent out. So yeah, I mean, literally, I am just... I've got a lot on my mind, just a lot on my mind. But the most important thing is I've arrived in Lagos, and I'm here to support my sister. It's quite humid, it's dusty, and even when you look in the distance above the wing of the plane, you can see the sun right there and how dusty it is in the sky, and that's the tower that's controlling these planes. Well, I'm here. You'll just brush your hair. The hotel I was staying in was really lovely. The bed was super comfortable, and the food, the food was really good, very well cooked, seasoned, flavored, just everything. I was actually shocked as soon as I took the first bite. I was really shocked at how flavorsome it was. And of course you get your complimentary breakfast, which is standard. So in the morning, headed off to the breakfast area to get some breakfast.
We'll go the other way. Yeah.
As soon as I arrived in Lagos, I had to spend one night in Lagos before I took another flight to my sister's house. This is because I arrived at night time and the next flight was scheduled for the following morning. So yes, I had to stay in a hotel before setting out the next day to my sister's home. It was barely an hour's flight to get to my sister's house, but finally I'm here. And I will keep certain details private, but of course, as you know, my brother-in-law's life was compromised by stage 4 colon cancer. But he is alive in Christ, and we're celebrating what a wonderful man he was. It was eventful. My sister's doing quite well. We were able to spend some time together.
Single espresso, double espresso, just normal coffee. I'm not seeing it here.
And finally on my way back to London, and the flight's much more light-hearted. The results of the biopsy came in and my husband, sent the information through right away. It's nothing to worry about. It's frictional keratosis. So basically some sort of repetitive injury to that side of my mouth has been occurring, and I had to figure out what the source of it was. It was my electric toothbrush. So I'm right-handed, and when you go in that angle, your toothbrush vibrates in the corner of the mouth right there. But up here, I hit the top part of my lip. And over time, it just reacted to the constant vibration in the area. The area turned dark. So I'm basically meant to stop it altogether. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon in the next video. Bye!